Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories for you. Firstly, Eid is being celebrated in Ethiopia today. Eid is a Muslim religious festival. But on this day, Ogaden National Liberation Front issued a statement. Statement has been issued in connection with Eid ul Fitr, but its contents are alarming. Is ONLF declaring war on the government? One part of the statement, which is about Oromos, is very dangerous. Secondly, pictures are in circulation of a professor, a university professor who is now part of Fano. Tell viewers, Raila Odinga, went to South Sudan to mediate between Salva Kiir and Riek Machar. What happened there? Did Salva Kiir allow him to have a meeting with Riek Machar, who is under house arrest? Let's start with firstly, Ogaden National Liberation Front has issued a statement in connection with Eid. Ogaden National Liberation Front (ONLF) was an armed group. It fought for years against Ethiopian and Somalia's government. It wants a right of self-determination for the people of Ogaden. It signed a peace deal with the Ethiopian government in 2018, laid down arms, and started political career. It did not contest any election. It boycotted last election, and its participation in next election is also not confirmed. It is accusing the Ethiopian government of violating 2018 peace deal, saying that Ethiopian government is not implementing the deal. Rather, it is trying to create divisions in OLF. It has created a new faction in ONLF, which is part of the Prosperity Party led government in the Somali region. ONLF in recent weeks issued very strong statements announcing to reconsider its peace deal with the Ethiopian government. That is why some people say that ONLF might revert to armed struggle. It could take up arms against the Ethiopian government. And in a related development, Ogaden National Liberation Front a week ago warned Chinese companies against exploring for oil and gas in Ogaden, saying that if they do, they'll be responsible for the consequences. Today's statement by Ogaden National Liberation Front is a very strong statement. One part of it is very alarming. ONLF says, almost quote unquote, yesterday, Oromo daughters were mutilated and treated like animals. Quote unquote, I'm reading. Yesterday, Oromo daughters were mutilated and treated like animals. Today, they are turning on us. We were their allies in the struggle. But now they want to take our land and our resources. Oromos say that Emperor Minilik committed genocide of Oromos when he was in power. He cut Oromo women's breasts, and Oromos have erected a monument to in Oromia to commemorate or to honor the sacrifices of Oromos who suffered at the hands of Emperor Minilik. ONLF says that we were your allies when you suffered at the hands of Emperor Minilik, and now you want to take our land, our resources by force. It is Somali versus Oromo conflict now. Ogaden National Liberation Front is accusing Oromos in power in Addis Ababa on federal level of oppressing Somali people, Ogaden people. It's a long statement. It is full of strong words like occupation, that Ogaden is under occupation. It is under political repression. Somali people are facing marginalization and systematic discrimination. They need to work towards self reliance, preparation, and effective action. What does this mean? What is the meaning of all these words used by Ogaden National Mission Fund? ONLF is asking Somali youth, Somali people to unite, to keep the differences aside. It says that each Ethiopian ethnic group is working to protect its own interests. This is what is happening in today's Ethiopia. That is why Somalis should unite as well to reclaim their rights, their territories, their due place in this region. It urged international community in the statement to protect Somali people, to back Somali people's struggle for for their rights. So this message has nothing to do with Eid, by the way. Only two paragraphs are about Eid and Ramadan. Basically, it's a political message. 2 days ago, Somali regional security head in a statement said that some forces and some individuals are sending inflammatory messages. They want the start of an armed conflict in the Somali region of Ethiopia. He warned people against joining the armed struggle. So it means signs are there. All signs are there that ONLF could take up arms against the Ethiopian federal government. When will ONLF take up arms? I think that ONLF is waiting for the right time. Its talks with the federal government, with Prosperity Party-led Somali region government have failed. It has withdrawn from national dialogue. If no breakthrough happens, if deadlock continues, we could see ONLF revert to armed struggle. And that would be catastrophic because already Ethiopian armed groups are increasing in number, and talks between Fano and government, talks between Ola and government did not succeed. If ONLF takes up arms as well, it would be catastrophic for peace and stability. Somali region shares border with Somalia. There is Al Shabaab operating in Somalia. A destabilized Somali region could be a real challenge for the Ethiopian federal government. Second, those pictures are in circulation of a Fano fighter who is a university professor. He is a professor from Debre Birhan University. He was working there as assistant professor. His name is Markeo. His message is in circulation about why he chose the path of armed struggle. He's a teacher. Teachers are supposed to fight with their words, with their pens, with their writing, but he chose the path of taking up arms. Why? Uh, Interesting message by Marco. He has been heard saying that he doesn't want to be a storyteller. He cannot see his people dying, oppressed, killed. He needs to stand for his people. That is why he has decided to take up arms and fight to protect the rights of his people. That is why I say that no matter how many operations you conduct against Fano, you cannot crush Fano completely. Why? Because you cannot kill the ideology, you cannot kill the narratives which Fano groups have managed to build. Yes, I'm not saying that Fano will be able to achieve its targets tomorrow. No. But the government's policy to crush Fano by the use of force, won't completely succeed. Fano groups can be weakened. They'll reorganize themselves. They'll conduct more recruitments. They'll buy more weapons. Solution lies in some sort of engagement, some sort of dialogue. Otherwise, and when educated people start joining a movement, an armed movement, then it's alarming. It means that these educated people have no hope of any change through peaceful means. Last year's Raila Odinga, Kenyan politician, landed in Juba yesterday to mediate between Salva Kiir and Riek Machar to avert a civil war there, which is right on the cards. Raila Odinga talked to Ethiopian PM, Ugandan president, Djibouti's president, and obviously Kenyan president too before his departure to Juba. He arrived in Juba, South Sudan's capital, met with Salva Kiir, South Sudan's president. He requested South Sudan's president to allow him to meet with Riek Machar. Riek Machar, deputy president, has been put under house arrest by Salva Kiir. But Salva Kiir did not allow Raila Odinga to meet with Riek Machar. Rather, uh, Raila Odinga was told to go to Kenya to meet with Museveni, Ugandan president. He went to Uganda, met with Museveni, and he returned to Juba. Still, he was not allowed to meet with Riek Machar. I think his return, he was due to return from Juba a few hours ago. Uganda is emerging as a key player in South Sudan now as its forces are on the ground in support of Salva Kiir's government. Ethiopia shares border with South Sudan, but it is less active, I think. It should be more active, though. Gideon Timotheus, I think, went to Juba a few weeks ago. He was accompanied by some generals too. But a war on Ethiopian border is on the cards. Ethiopia needs to be active, I think, because if war erupts in South Sudan, Ethiopia will suffer. The areas controlled by Riek Machar-led militias are close to Ethiopian border. Ugandan forces and Salva Kiir forces are advancing toward these areas. It means war will definitely have an impact on Ethiopia. But Ethiopia less active, I think. It needs to start a regional initiative or its individual initiative and try to diffuse the tension between Salva Kiir and Riek Machar. Salva Kiir has been emboldened by the backing he got from Museveni, Uganda. That is why he refused to allow Raila Odinga to meet with Riek Machar. Riek Machar was put in house arrest after a general of Salva Kiir military was killed while conducting a rescue operation from an area controlled by Riek Machar backed groups. Thank you for watching.